Silver and gold are up. Bitcoin and crypto are down. Is it all over for crypto? We'll talk about our precious metals. We'll talk about our wonderful crypto as well. And I am taking chart requests. All of this and more at Good Morning Stackers. If you are watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here, including your favorite synchronized slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage. I grab my tasty beverage and we slurp them synchronously in the first 1 minute of the show. I'll give you about 20 seconds to grab your tasty beverages, whatever they are in the world. The rule is you must slurp it synchronously. It is the honest system. You do you, but be honest is always the better thing to do. My name is Joe Main. I'll quickly talk about myself in just 1 second. We're going live on X and live on YouTube, talking all things stacking. Ladies and gentlemen, slurp your tasty beverages. Here we go, synchronously in 3, 2, 1, slurp it. Great to see so many people. 944 subscribers on YouTube. We are rocketing to 1,000. At the 1,000 mark, I am giving away some kind of silver. It's not this exact one here. It's going to be I think, do I have it on my... Ooh, I do. I'm giving away this and possibly something else. This beautiful Germania 1 ounce silver coin, proudly sponsored by the wonderful Tony Peterson, who is our chat mum right here. So she's given that to me to give away for our 1,000th, not the exact 1,000th subscriber, but we'll do a little competition, a little draw kind of thing at 1,000 subscribers, not that far off. 2,800 followers on X as well. So please hit the big red subscribe button on YouTube. And of course, follow me on X as well. Let me just quickly show you all that wonderful stuff. I'm going to quickly share the screen. And of course, as you know, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and wealthstack.com. Head over here, people. Please do follow me. Nearly 2,798. Hundreds of new subscribers in the last couple of weeks since I've gone personal. It's been a really good change for me. I think I had a Twitter account since 2009. I took it personal, real photo, real name, all that sort of stuff, and added a bunch of different things, changed some stuff up. And it's going really great, guns. I go live on X every single weekday, and we go live on YouTube as well. I'd show you that. I just can't at the moment, but 944 subscribers, doing really, really well. And of course, we do the shout outs in the first couple of minutes of the show. Again, we're talking about our usual precious metals analysis. We'll look at Bitcoin as well. And maybe a chart request. So get your chart. Well, we will do a chart request. Get your chart request in right now. What would you like to see me do? Silver Fox says, good morning all. Becky is back. Becky Gundelfinger is back. GMS. If you're new to the show, welcome to all the new subscribers. You say, and if you are one of the privileged few that gets to jump on the live chat, whether that be on YouTube or on X, I think you could do live chat on X as far as I'm aware. You say GMS. That's your calling card to say good morning, stackers. Morning, Joe, says Jason Ashworth. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. Mark Florida is here. Will we hit 1,000 by Friday, subscribers? Quite possibly. Let me just do this light thing, and yeah, that's a bit better. Cool. Will we hit 1,000 by Friday? That's quite possible. People, living Adam Man. Bingo, bango, bongo. You're back in the house, bro. Good to see you. G'day, mates. You're a bit further and farther between at the moment in live shows. It's great to see you, man. Popping off. Good to see you too. Niels Hahn Dynasty. Didn't see you yesterday, bro. Buy silver, platinum, and crystallized osmium. That is his calling card every time he pops in on the show. At one half of the osmium twins. I wonder if Gerald will be in today. Debt is great. GMS need many more days of it. Let's see. Nice reversal with the gold and silver ratio to the 83s. Yeah, still a way off the yearly low of 73 and way off historical lows of pre-1970. Yes, we'll take a look at the gold to silver ratio today as well. Precious metals and crypto, bringing it all in together because we are all stackers of something, aren't we? Hello, everyone. G'day. Buffering. Oh, no good. I'm sorry to hear that. No good. Are we still going? I'll check. I'm sure we're fine. A little buffering. Okay, fair enough. Really got to get that Starlink, I think. Yes, he is. Yes, buffering on my end as well. Give me 1 second, people. I'm just going to check. Am I buffering? I don't like to be buffering. No, I think I'm okay right now. We're doing good. I think we're back. That's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it. Silver is up and gold is up as well. Let's take a look at the silver and gold prices. We'll do the gold to silver ratio as well. Probably a quick look at platinum too. All the precious metals having a little bit of a push in the last couple of days. Still need to get over some resistance levels, so we'll talk about those very briefly. To my brand new subscribers, of course, what you get is precious metals analysis and crypto analysis in the second half. First half precious metals, second half crypto. For my new crypto people, you should be watching the precious metals charts because there will come a time where you will want to be in real money. Gold and silver have been money for thousands of years, okay? You might think it's dead. You might think it's archaic and it's a relic. Nope. There will come a time where precious metals, and it's already in that point at the moment. It's just crypto's having a bit of its time in the sun at the moment. But come towards the end of this next year of 2025, you need to be in precious metals. Please tell me. I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010, and I've worked in the bullion industry, retail industry in Australia, over 3 major gold and silver bullion dealers for 11 years, since 2013. Now I do this weekday live show. But trust me when I tell you, precious metals you need to be in at some point. Okay, let's take a look at the precious metals charts. That's my X channel. You need to follow me over there. Let's take a look. We'll start with gold. Okay, here is gold on the weekly time frame, priced in USD, 2,659 US dollars. We need to have a look at, probably go back down to the daily chart. It's interesting here. I'll show you the daily. Let me just move that out of the way so I can say that glare is not glaringly glaring. Daily time frame. Okay, let me just double check this against the 4-hour, and that chart is the same. Okay, fantastic. Sometimes there's a little bit of a glitch with the daily chart on tradingview.com at the moment for some reason. Don't know why. Here's the daily. We've had a move back. Now, what do we talk about? Spikes mean SHIT. They mean nothing. We are talking about closes. But here's a positive move. We've made a play for back above the mother of all trend lines. This is the trend line that goes all the way back to 1980 through the peak of 2011. It formed a very long uptrend line. Okay, we're back. We spiked above it, but we have yet to close any day above it since we crashed back down just on November 25th. Okay, so last week or 2 weeks ago. Okay, I need to see it close above there in order for me to be confident that potential higher prices are coming soon. Of course, my final hurdle is $2,735. You start clearing above there, that means new all-time highs are coming like imminently in like days and maybe a week or two, and not months and months and months down the track. You clear there, looking very good for gold. But we're not over the mother of all trend lines yet. So we're looking positive. It seems to be, as I was saying for the last couple of weeks, it seems to be consolidating just under resistance. That tends to be a bullish signal, but I'm not going to say we're definitely heading onwards and upwards from here, because I really need to see it clear that mother of all trend lines, okay? I have been saying, and I will remain with it because I want to remain somewhat consistent. I still think lower prices are coming. And I'm going to remain 80% sure of that. I could probably change that to, I could jump, sit on the fence and go 50-50. I'll stick with my guns and say 80% sure. While we're just below this mother of all trend lines, you start clearing above there, then I'll really start changing my tune. Okay, the reason it gives me pause is because of the weekly and the monthly relative strength index. Okay, right here, you've had such a big move on gold. Okay, the all-time high, 2,790, just posted in late October. Okay, and then this move here, this feels like it could be the relief rally, the dead cat bounce, where it goes doot and then over and down. Okay, you start clearing the mother of all trend lines, we'll start talking differently. And the absolute confirmation of that, which would put me like 90-95% sure back on the daily time frame, is when. Now here, just very quickly, see that little difference there? Ignore that because something with the tradingview.com website is giving me a glitch there. We are still back under the mother of all trend lines. We close below $2,605. Very specific, isn't it? 2,605, not 2,600, 2,605. Previous level of support. Gee, what do you know? Previous level of support as well. You crack below 2,605, basically. Almost guaranteed that we head down to at least 2,500 US dollars. Okay, and my bias is still maybe a 60% chance at this stage that we see the even lower best buy zone of 2250, anywhere down to 2150 hit before we see the big continuing movement in gold. We are in a gold bull at the moment. Well, it's not in a gold bull era just yet until we start closing above certain levels in relation to the stock market index. Will I show you that? Yeah, I'll show you that very quickly in just a moment. So that is gold. Again, ignore that. Go back to the 4-hour. Close above there. We'll start talking turkey. Close below there. Really going to head down further. Okay, so we're just in this sort of no man's land neutral zone at the moment with my bias to the downside. Could be completely wrong. That is gold, and I'll just show you gold against the S&P 500. So to my new subscribers who are probably more crypto-based, I'd say, just in the last few days because I've been doing some crypto-based videos, here is the gold to SPX ratio. This is the big one, people. Okay, let me just show you what this is for the new subscribers. Go away, I don't want you. Let's go to the monthly time frame. This is the gold versus stock market index. Gold in US dollars versus the US stock market. Okay, very clearly, as this is going down, the stock market is outperforming gold. But there are periods, and there's been 3 periods since the early 1920s, where gold has gone like this, significantly outperformed the stock market. And the general investing rule is, if you're going to be in something, it at least needs to be outperforming the stock market, right? So if you're going to go into stocks, if you're going to pick Tesla, if you're going to pick an individual stock, it at least needs to be outperforming the general stock market, like the S&P 500. If it's not, then just park your cash in the S&P 500, okay? However, there are times where precious metals go through massive bull markets versus the stock market, okay? And there are times where the stock market is way better to be in. But we're now at a time where it looks bottom to me. We had a recent breakout here. So look, first time that it's broken out, and then it looks like we're having that retest right now. If I pop you on the monthly time frame and I get rid of this thing, that little brush tool, is that the one? Nope, it is that one. It's going to be that one. No, you son of a bitch. It's going to be that one. There we go. Right there. Gee, what do you know? Where have we found like exact support so far? We closed above, and then so far it's looking a little bit green for the month of December. So this could be the breakout and the retest, which then follows by a move back up. The final hurdle, and this is the final hurdle for many, it'll be for many investors, many whale investors, to go, oh wow, gold's really now overtaking the stock market, and it's going to have its next big run like it did, back here, for example. And that's going to be when we start closing above the 0.5 level, the halfway mark, all right? So an ounce of gold would be buying you half a share of the S&P 500, okay? Then I think you would start to see a capital rotation. Many people are talking about the capital rotation from stocks into precious metals. It's happened a few times over the last 100 years or so. It's going to happen again at some point. This looks pretty bottoming. No one has a crystal ball, of course. It could sink back down to here, but a lot of people think it's coming. I do too. And then you're going to see this massive run. Okay, this is why I'm just quickly telling the crypto people, don't be married to your bags. Get out of your crypto bags and get into some precious metals at a certain point to ride the capital rotation from precious metals against the stock market. And then, man, imagine selling your crypto winnings, buying gold or silver, and then swapping your gold or silver for a butt ton of S&P 500 or some of your favorite stocks, whether it be individual ones like Tesla or Apple or some of the big ones, okay? Maybe the NASDAQ, maybe NVIDIA, who knows, right? But geez, you really want to be in the precious metals, okay, at some point. It just happens to be that Bitcoin is just, Bitcoin and crypto going better than the precious metals at the moment, having a bit of a This is gold versus Bitcoin, for example. So Bitcoin is taking over at the moment until it doesn't, and then it will flip bigly. Okay, that is gold. Let's take a look at the price of silver. And I'd say the same thing for crypto people. Get out of your crypto at some point, get into precious metals, gold and silver in particular. Silver I've been in silver since 2010. Okay, gone along for the ride. Here it is on the weekly time frame. Price in USD, $31.80 US. Looking good. We've had a move back above. It looks like this W thing might be playing out here. This thing, that would take it though to around about that. Gee, what do you know? Resistance level of $32.50. That's the level I need to see it close above and hold above. Previous resistance, $32.50. Resistance. Support here, probably we might find resistance here. I need to see that clear, hold, bounce, and onwards and upwards we go. And then we'd be talking higher prices for silver. And then we'd be talking, up to I think the next major level for me, before the previous all-time high. The previous all-time high for silver is $50 US. We had a double top in that, 1980 and 2011. We're slowly creeping back up to that. Okay, with a resistance level of $38.50 is a key Fibonacci level from a very old high and a very old low. And I think that would be some kind of resistance, okay, at that point. But just watch for that. Clear there, okay. Again, this is on the monthly. It's looking a little bit too detailed. Clear that. Do that, and that's looking really good, okay? We're just not over that hurdle just yet of that $32.50 mark. And that's what I need to see it do. Because my bias remains to the downside, and I could be completely wrong on this, by the way, because we're above 31 US dollars. That's a really good sign, okay? Particularly if we close this year above 31, then I think my tune will drastically change on that. But I remain my bias to the downside while we're below $32.50, because I said that for gold. I have to remain the same for silver. Okay, that is gold and silver. Let's take a look at the gold to silver ratio, as someone mentioned in the comments. Gold to silver ratio dropping, baby. But gee, what do you know? We spiked below, and we've already opened the new day. Okay, so we've spiked below, down to about 83, and now we're back up to about 83.5. Isn't it interesting how technical analysis works on ratios as well? It's crazy, isn't it? Look, previous support made a play, but spikes don't mean anything. We talk about closes, closed above. So, okay, we're closing at a roundabout support at the moment. In order for me to be confident that silver will continue to outperform gold, it needs to close below 83.5, and my final hurdle, I guess, below here confirms long-term silver dominance, and that is at 80.5 on the gold to silver ratio. And then we'll talk about the lower prices coming, lower ratio numbers, 70 right there, and all the way down to 50 and possibly even lower as the months and years go by. For silver, what else do you need to know? I think that's pretty much it. That's your gold to silver ratio. Yeah, potential head and shoulders here, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Has that gone far enough up to call that the right shoulder yet? I don't know, but it's looking good so far for a potential move back down. Good for silver holders. Gold to silver ratio, gold and silver done. Let's take a quick look at platinum. Again, every single time I say spikes mean shit. They mean nothing. It is all about where things close on the major days, okay? The dailies, the weeklies, and the monthlies. This is how I can really trap you out if you are not looking at closes, you're only looking at spikes, okay? We've had a move up to above $945, okay? We had a spike to $955, $956, but then a failed move to hold $945. Oftentimes from a failed move comes a fast move in the opposite direction. And now this is just very quick segue. This has just reminded me of someone who I just found out passed away the other day, a gentleman named Derek, who had a great channel called Money Charts on YouTube. And that was his saying Oftentimes from a failed move comes a fast move in the opposite direction. He got it from someone that he used to follow as well. So I've taken on that little mantle. You've heard me speak of that before. Hadn't seen much from his channel in like a couple of years, and then I went back and I read the comments, and he'd unfortunately passed away. So RIP to Derek. That was Endless Mountain, if you remember Endless Mountain from the Silver days. I also used to talk about crypto. Anyway, sorry about that. We are back down to right here. Okay, found exact support. Again, isn't it funny how this technical analysis thing works? Okay, what is this for my new subscribers? If you've never seen Platinum before, this is Platinum, and I'll show you the monthly time frame. Come on, people. Hopefully I'm not buffering. Okay, the spike down in March of 2020, we know what that is. It goes through this level right here, and it's formed this uptrend line right here. And gee, what do you know? On the 4-hour time frame, we found exact support there so far. My bias remains to the downside. Okay, we've had this move. It looks like a failed move. If we crack back down here, that's a third confirmation. Third test in a very small amount of time. If we do that, we need to bounce very quickly back above in order for me to say we're not going to see lower prices. My bias is lower prices coming for platinum as well. If I think that's the truth for gold and silver, I'm going to say that for platinum too. And I think the best buy zone, the top end of the best buy zone, will be hit once more. If we do not crack below about $930 US, 1, 2, 3, that could be the bottoming right there. Then I would say, that's a different story. That is platinum. I am not in platinum at the moment. I did sell my 1 ounce of platinum that I owned. I did put it into crypto at the moment. As a lot of you know, my lovely precious metals stackers, my fellow stackers, I've been moving a portion, not all, but a portion of my precious metals into crypto at the moment, just to play that crypto run. And when I think that crypto run is done versus precious metals, whether that happens at the end of this cycle, late next year, or it happens in 2 months or 3 months, 2 weeks from now, if the signs are saying, oh no, that ratio, that precious metals ratio to crypto ratio is going much more in silver's favor again, I'm going to swap it all back into precious metals. Why? Because I'm not married to my bags. I just want to increase my general wealth and maintain my purchasing power over long periods of time, and to help myself and my family. Okay? Do not be married to your bags. That is platinum. Yeah, that's all that. Let's do some comments and queries and all that, and then we'll talk about Bitcoin today, and then I'm taking chart requests, whether that be a stock, something to do with precious metals, or a crypto of some kind. Let me know. I'm going to open this up right here. Fantastic. Great to see so many people watching. Let's see. Are we still buffering? Hopefully not. Living Adamant says, I like to celebrate a good silver price with you all. Don't we all? Becky Gundelfinger, hi. Yeah, bro, good to be here. Good. Excellent. Living Adamant says, I expect silver to lead gold at some point in the next 12 months, but will be interesting to see what happens when crypto and stock market crash hard, and they will. Yes, they will. Yep. Crypto crashes hard. Stock market crashes hard at some point. So do precious metals. Precious metals crash hard, but it looks like they're not in lockstep at the moment. I used to believe, not that long ago, that crypto was more in the precious metals class, but it's very clear. I mean, it was a number of years ago now. But no, it's very much follows the stock market. So, if you have a crash in the stock market, you'll probably have a crash in the crypto, and that'll probably coincide with each other pretty clearly. And then precious metals being this. So I'm just playing that ratio at the moment. Will I time it perfectly? Of course not. Pretty much no one does. If you do, you got really, really lucky. But so far, if I were to swap back into precious metals of that portion I've put into crypto, I would have upped my stack. So upping my stack is a good thing of precious metals. Hit the like button. Yes, please. It helps for the algorithm. Exactly when crypto turns, everyone sells. Yeah, of course. That's exactly right. Of course, you need to know about my brand partners, because this show Well, it's actually still, I was going to say the show wouldn't exist. The show would still exist without them, but they are very helpful to keep me doing the show. Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Australia's only dealer to offer you free shipping when you buy over certain amounts. That's it. It's really all you need to know. The best bullion dealer in Australia right now because of their great range, their great service. And by the way, I'm saying all this having worked for 3 major bullion dealers, okay? They are the best as far as I'm concerned, as of right now. Okay, you know who I've worked for. Okay, all those major bullion dealers. These guys are doing it exactly. Perth Bullion Exchange are doing it just like I would do if I was starting my own bullion business. I had a chat with the owner before he launched the business, and I grilled the ever loving stuff out of him. I said, "Are you going to do this?" And he goes, "Yep." "Are you going to do that?" "Yep." "Oh, what about this?" "Yeah, I already thought of that." "What about this, this, and this?" "Yeah, I've got that covered too." I'm like, "Oh, holy shit." Okay, he's doing everything I would do if I was starting my own bullion dealer. Okay, including being the only company in Australia, the only dealer to give you free shipping, because all the big boys in the United States and other places in the world give you free shipping when you buy over a certain amount. Australia's never been game to do it. I've never understood why, and I had a big conversation with Ricky at Perth Bullion Exchange, and we were both flummoxed as to why hasn't anyone done it before. Maybe they just haven't crunched the numbers well enough, or they're just too scared of it. I don't know. But Ricky went, "I'm going to be the first." So you buy over a certain amount. How much is that amount? 20 or more items in your shopping cart. It doesn't matter. It's actually not a dollar amount, okay? So you could buy 20 1-ounce silver rounds, or you could buy 10 1-ounce silver rounds and a gram of gold and this and that, mix and match. You could buy, if they had them in stock, which they don't, you could buy 20 half-ounce silver rounds, like the Scottsdale one right here. You could buy, if they had them in stock, which I don't think they do at the moment, but 1 10th-ounce rounds of silver, which are like $7 something at the moment, $7.50. You could just buy 20 of those. So you can spend as little as like $150, $160 Australian and get instant free shipping, express shipping, sign-on delivery, all that. So it's all about the amount of items in your shopping cart rather than the dollar amount. Isn't that amazing? But I will give you a tip. It's actually not just about, it's actually a combination. And a hot tip, if you are buying over a certain amount of gold, let's just say you bought 3 or 4 ounces of gold, let's do that, then you actually get the free shipping. So let me give you an example right here. This is an extended plug for Perth Bullion Exchange, but I really just want to show you this feature right here. Let's find something in 1 ounce. Can we find that? Guys, give me a 1 ounce here. Give me a 1 ounce. You're not going to, you sons of bitches. Let's do, all right, we'll go to the end here. We'll find a 1 ounce something. What is that? That's a 500 gram gold bar. Let's do a 2 ounce. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to add that to the shopping cart and see what happens. That's 8,000 something US dollars. Okay, let's add that to the shopping cart. Known if I add 2 of those, what does that do? Does that give me some free shipping, or am I incorrect on that? Maybe I'm incorrect. So maybe it is just, nope, there you go, right? Free, oh no, that's not free shipping, collect in store, 3 months free storage. Okay, so I might be wrong on that. So maybe, okay, live look, wrong on that. It is mainly about, I thought it was just about, so it is about the quantity. Okay. Good to know, but there will be a certain amount of quantity you buy, 1 ounce, you'll get free shipping, okay? It just might need to be a little bit higher than I thought. So spend as little as, $150, $200, instant free shipping from Perth Bullion Exchange. And again, you can mix and match as well. Speaking of wonderful brand partners, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Download it for your iPhone or Android. It's an unallocated gold program, which you should be telling your normie friends and family about if, unallocated programs aren't for you. I get it. You're a stacker who only likes to hold the real physical thing. There's a bit of inherent risk holding the physical thing. I don't store stuff in my own house because of the nature of what I do publicly, and I've been in the bullion industry for a long time, so I know all the third-party storages and I can get great deals. And I also have unallocated programs. I've also worked for bullion dealers that have had unallocated programs, so I know them and trust them much more than maybe you do. And that's cool. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Send this to your friends and family who you've been trying to convince to get into precious metals. It is the gateway drug. You get them to buy gold on their phone. Hey, Hey, Uncle Dave, you can buy gold on your phone. I've been, don't buy don't worry about the safe and all. Just buy gold on your phone. It's backed 1-to-1 with real physical metal, Uncle Dave. And Wealthstack is an Australian-owned, Australian-regulated company. And you're buying at spot plus 1%, whether you're buying, $1,000 of gold or $10 of gold or $10 million of gold. It doesn't matter. It's always spot plus 1%. The premiums don't change the smaller amounts that you buy. Okay, so it's a great way to save over the long term. Great for dollar cost averaging. Okay, send them that and then ease them into the physical stuff. Okay, you don't want to be that crazy person at the Christmas dinner table going, the Federal Reserve and the thing and the 1930 Jekyll Island. All that stuff, okay? Just ease them in. Use Wealthstack as your gateway drug for them, if it's not for you. But I know it's for many stackers, and I know stackers in this on my channel do have a Wealthstack account. So look into it to yourself as well. Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. That was the extended version. I didn't mean that to be. Let's see, people. Good analysis, Joe. 1987 stock crash, 30% in one day. Exactly right. Stocks crash too, man. Stocks crash as well. I remember that. I remember that as a kid being like the big thing. So I was a kid in the 80s and a teenager in the 90s. But I just remember 1987 was like the biggest thing ever. Stock market crash was like the crash of 87. And for decades, the crash of 87, and then crypto started. And then you're like, 30% in like a day is nothing. It's nothing at all. A crypto crash is like, 100%, 200% in an altcoin, for example. Yeah, that's nothing now. PBE, Perth Bullion Exchange, have a great range for sure. Nice Royal Canadian Mint 1 kilo bars I saw. Yes, that's their special of this week, $20 off per kilo bar. Let's go into, get any chart requests for me, people? Or we shall go into the quick crypto portion. I'll do some Bitcoin analysis and maybe I'll look at some other things I'm already in. And then if I don't have a chart request, then we'll just leave it at that. My funky people. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin and general crypto has had a crash overnight. It's not down by much. Okay, some crypto are down by about 20%, some more. Bitcoin's down, I think, 10%, something like that. We'll just take a quick look at the Bitcoin prices and a couple of the other cryptos I'm currently in, and happy to still be in, riding the wave down. I got in a lower price, etc. So I am happy to just be in spot at the moment. Ooh, Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame, priced in US dollars. It's the index price. I like to use the Bitstamp price. Yep, Bitstamp price in USD, 96,945 US dollars. Still above major support. Okay, that's good. I would say on the relative strength index, let me get that out of the way. I'm getting a lot of glare. The one thing I would say is the relative strength index on the daily time frame has ticked over. We did talk about this particular horizontal line. Do I have it there or do I need to draw it in again? It did tick over. Why did I delete it? I surely didn't. Oh no, that's because it will be on the... Nope, right. It was right here. Okay. We broke through right there. Okay, and when I said if it does break through there, I said watch out for lower prices coming. There seems a few lower prices coming. The one thing I would say is because it looks like we're ticking over, it looks like it has some further room to move down, okay? Definitely that support level right here. It goes back through the previous two all-time highs, the previous all-time high back in 2021. Okay, so you would preferably not want to see it close anywhere below about 92,500 US dollars. Okay, that's the preferable point where you want to see it bounce off and then continue on its merry way upwards. Closing below about $92,000, then you're talking about the mid-80s level, which coincides with, let me get rid of that. By the way, I am not a financial advisor. No, this I say is financial advice, okay? Plus, I'm not an expert. There are people much better than me at technical analysis. I'm just doing me, and I'm just showing you what I'm doing. So around about here at 85,000, see that spike down there? That would be your preferable next line in the sand at around about $85,000, and you definitely don't want to. And this would spell the death knell, I think. This would spell the absolute probably crypto bottom, not crypto bottom, the crypto top for the cycle at anywhere below roughly your $75,000. I will give you, if you want a spike down, because this is what crypto and all assets can do. They can fake you out, and they'll take you to the brink of despair and then screw you, because you'll sell at the brink of despair and then they screw the other way around and then it shoots back up. So I will give you maybe $67,000 US. I don't think we're getting there, by the way. I'm just saying below 67, that's probably total like bear market coming. Okay, I don't think we're getting anywhere near there. Preferable support at 92 with bias to maybe to the 85.5. Okay, but don't close below 74. That's really all you need to know. I think crypto is still on its way up. They call this the seasonality. They generally call this the little bit of a dip before Christmas and around about Christmas time-ish, and just after Christmas it starts to have a pump again, and January tends to be a good month for crypto. So we're over the halving. We've had a big pump after the halving. Coming up to Christmas time, people got to buy presents and all that kind of stuff. They take a bit of time off. Seasonality would say having a bit of a dip maybe the next week or so, and then it'll tick back up and looking good for January and February and March, and potentially all the way to the end of the crypto cycle, which it could end in March, it could end in October, November next year. But I am still riding that wave with my precious metals. Again, sold a portion of it to get into crypto, and then I'll be riding that wave. So far so good though. Look, $97,000 right now. Yeah, we're fine. But expect, if you get down to $85,000, don't let that surprise you at all. I would start to get concerned around about that $74,000, $75,000 level. That's where I'm going, please hold. But if we get to $85,000, I'm like, whatever, man, that's fine. So that's where we are currently in that trading range. And as I've said, if when we start cracking above this purple line, this is a long-term parallel channel on the Bitstamp exchange. I will show very quickly my new subscribers. Okay, you start cracking back up into that. This is the Bitstamp exchange going all the way back to 2012. You start cracking back up above this uptrend line right there, that purple line. You get into this normal territory again, bang, go, 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 Bitcoin, okay, and go the altcoins, because we are in altcoin season, just a bit of a dip at the moment. But gee, what do you know? Where did we find resistance on the monthly time frame? We found it so far at exactly that purple line right there, the bottom end of that trend channel. Okay, as I said, crack back up into there, and it's looking very, very good for crypto, for Bitcoin in particular. My top-ish is kind of a bit higher than others. It's your $250,000, $300,000 mark. Could be more than that, but that's really reasonable. $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 per Bitcoin for the top of this cycle, very doable. Okay, and let's take a look at some others very quickly. Go through my quick little portfolio if you want to. You want me to quickly do that? Let's take a look on the daily time frame. Some of these things I am in. A lot of these things I'm in. Some of them I am not. Some of them I've just been looking at. But all the ones that marked in red here are the ones I am either in or I am just keenly watching. Okay. For example, so ADA is down. I'm not in ADA. Algo, I'm not in that, but I've been watching it. Let's see. Doge. I'm not in Doge currently, but I'm looking to get back into Doge. Again, same thing. It's had a 11% move. Okay. Doge is looking good for higher. Meme coins will still be a thing. If every man and his dog is getting into crypto, they'll be using the big exchanges like, Coinbase, etc. And if they want to get into a meme coin, Doge is the meme coin. Okay, there might be some others, but Doge is, you want to get into a meme coin, start with Doge. Okay, if the meme coin you're in is not outperforming Doge, then just be in Doge. Yeah. ENA I'm looking at as well. It's had a bit of a dip. Oh, that's really nice. ENA is looking good. Apparently, for the crypto people, this is the Luna of this cycle. For my precious metals peeps, you have no idea what I'm talking about if you're not in crypto, so don't stress about it. Ethereum is, again, just a dip. Now look at this, out of interest. Ethereum, Fibonacci, look at this. We have spiked all the way down. So a lot of crypto has just had a big spike and then a big retrace just in the last couple of hours. Okay, look at this on the 1 hour time frame, double bottom right there. So this could be the dip that's in potentially. Okay, what do we say about big spikes down? That means that buyers are in control of the market and more people want it than they want to get rid of it. Okay, 2 big spikes on an hourly time frame. That's pretty good. We're just still below this Fibonacci level right here, and it is, funnily enough, acting as resistance so far. On Ethereum, that is a very old, it's a Fibonacci level from an old high and an old low. Okay, Gala's still looking fine. It's just had a break above that downtrend line and a retest. So a breakout and a retest, and look at that spike. That looks good so far. I would just say on the daily time frame, we are having a move down. Further move down wouldn't surprise me. And as long as we don't spend too much time back below this trend line and then we start closing days above it, that's good. Geez, where did it hit? Isn't that funny? I did a Gala very well-trending Gala technical analysis on my YouTube channel and on X. It's had a lot of views, and I had my getting interested line at 4 cents. We found support at 4 cents so far. And on the 1 hour time frame, you can see double spike right there, spike down on the 1 hour. That looks positive. GRT, I'm not concerned about. That's the graph. Double spike on the hour. That's fine. Lots of other things on Ondo, Opulus, Pepe has held up really strong. It actually, well, everything else was dipping. Pepe didn't have that much of a dip, and it's looking very, very strong at the moment. And while everything else was dipping, it was actually rising at some point. This is very interesting. Okay, I call this the Darth Maul candle right here, the double-ended red lightsaber right there. Pepe is interesting. I would keep watching out for Pepe. As a meme coin, if you want to see some higher prices, you would want to remain above about quadruple 02. Okay, it's looking good. It has been holding up very, very well, and we are on the weekly time frame in extremely overvalued at the moment, but you can spend a lot of time there. So Pepe and Doge would be the 2 biggest meme coins I would be looking at right now. Of course, I do have Toshi as well, and I'm happy to hold that bag too. Toshi is on base chain. Anything else? XRP. Here's something. Well, let's quickly look at XRP because I know my precious metals peeps love XRP too. It is still looking good. I mean, it's a pretty oversold on the weekly time frame, but if you pop out to the monthly, we've only been in extremely overvalued on the monthly time frame for a short period of time. As I've been saying for XRP, you can go to at least $10 XRP in this run, possibly even higher for XRP. $10, $20 in this next crypto run is very doable, okay? And a lot of people believe that XRP being an ISO 022 something type crypto is going to be the next part of the next payment system with the BRICS nations, for example. So many, including Tony Peterson, if she's watching, many people in the precious metals industry, if they're getting into crypto, they're hearing a lot about XRP. They're also hearing a lot about XLM as well, and they've both had a huge run just recently. XLM on the monthly time frame, it's already an extremely overvalued on the monthly, but generally where XRP is going to go, XLM will follow. So I'd be bullish on both of those in the longer term as well. I'm not going to give you a price target for XLM. Yeah, that's the general crypto roundup with Bitcoin as the main focus. Any chart requests? And then if not, we'll just get out of here, people. Let's see. Thank you, popping off. Chart request, please. FLR. Okay, we'll take a look at FLR. VM is watching. Great to see you, VM, on the show. Nakas O'Reilly. We'll have a look. I don't know what you're talking about. Look on the 10-year chart. Look on the 10-year chart for BTC. Okay. Some have called it at 115K top of this cycle. I don't think so. You could be completely wrong. The 10-year chart of Bitcoin. Let me have a quick look. Go back to Bitcoin. Now, do you mean the 10-year chart? Hang on. What do you mean by the 10-year chart? Do you mean each candle is 10 years? or if I look at the 10-year chart, let's see. I don't have a 10-year chart. 1,000 range. No, I don't even have that. I've got yearly. I'll look at the yearly charts. I'm not even going to bother you with that. Nope, don't worry. Not sure. Let's go back and we'll take a look. So we're going to take a look at FLR. Had chart requests yesterday. Yes, you did. You did. Flare. Oh, popping off wants Flare. Okay, I might have to give it to Jason Ashworth because I've been ignoring Jason Ashworth today. Not today. Yesterday I ignored his chart request, and I think Jason got in first. So yeah, let's do that. I'm going to take a look at. It was United Healthcare. So I'm going to do that. Oh, you want Flare as well? Oh, man. 1018. Which one do I do? Okay, hang on. Ready? Heads. Tails. Okay. This is a. By the way, this is a 1994 Kookaburra out of its capsule from the Commonwealth Games. It was a special one, but I think I just bought that as a buyback one day. Ready? Heads, it's going to be Flare. Tails, it's going to be the United Healthcare. Ready? Tails, it is United Healthcare. We'll maybe do Flare tomorrow. Isn't that the best way to do it? Yes, it is. Good. Let's take a look at... All right, let's do it. Let's take a look at a chart request of United Healthcare. Gee, why are we doing United Healthcare? We've had a chart request from Jason Ashworth. Requested it yesterday. Let's take a look. Of course, what we know with United Healthcare is the CEO was completely assassinated just a number of days ago by a dude who's actually just been named recently, Luigi something or other. Some young, is this correct? The correct one? I think it is United Health Group, UNH. Give me 1 second. You can't see the screen here. I'm going to go United Healthcare stock right here. United Healthcare stock is, United Health Group. Arrest made in United Healthcare CEO. United Health Group, UNH. I'm pretty sure that is the one. Let's go with that. And Jason, you can correct me if I am wrong. All right, United Healthcare. Clearly seen a drop in the last month. In December, you've got, oh my God, look at this. This is the monthly chart. Geez, I think I need to go back. Let's do a 12 monthly chart. Holy moly. This goes back all the way to 1985. Oh my God. Okay, so this is a very long-term UNH, United Healthcare Group. Well, can you imagine being in United Healthcare Group in mid-80s before the 87 crash? Okay, here we go. Here's your 87 crash right there. 1987, 1986, 1987. Wow. So opened at 12 cents, crashed. Oh no, crashed all the way down to 9 cents. And since then, the hugest run in history. It's kind of followed the stock market pretty much. That's going to be 2008 roughly. Yeah, there you go. There's your 2008 GFC dip. And look at this. It's followed the stock market very well, the S&P 500. Wow. Okay, and just on the monthly time frame, looks like it might be ticking over on the monthly. On the weekly time frame, definitely ticking down on the relative strength index on the weekly. Although here's what I'm going to say for this. I'm going to say simply, wherever the general stock market is going, this is going to go in the same direction. Okay, so it seems to be following it pretty well. Been seeing recent new all-time highs in the general stock market, and this is UNH has been a big player since 1985. Okay, it's been around for ages. Yeah, so what, the CEO got off. Now, I'm not saying that from a moral perspective. Murder is wrong, and I'm not in that camp of, well, he kind of deserved it because he apparently is screwing people over. No, you just don't kill people, okay? So I'm not celebrating that at all. In fact, it's a huge tragedy. You know why? Because he's got a fucking family, and he's got children, okay? So anyone celebrating that can write off of my channel, okay? Can I make that very clear? If you're celebrating in any kind of way the death of a human being who has a family and children, get fucked out of my channel. Understood? Good. But, because, you dirty commies just can get lost. So, Will this affect the price of it in the long term? No, because look, CEOs come and go. Okay, the company itself, yeah, it's come under flack for being the company that rejects the most amount of insurance claims. I guess someone had to be. Is it? I don't know. I didn't do my research whether it's a huge outlier from all of the other insurance companies. So, am I happy that people are getting denied their insurance claims? No, of course not. Doesn't mean the CEO should be offed, assassination style, of course. Yeah, it's pretty much following the stock market. So here's what I'm going to say is the short answer. I'm not going to do a lot of technical analysis because it's like I'd be doing technical analysis for the general stock market. The general stock market is highly inflated at the moment, particularly in relation to precious metals, and it is due for a reduction. Okay, whether that's coming in 2 months' time or in 6 to 9 months' time, it's looking like at this stage, at some point in 2025, we're going to see the start of the big move of stocks moving down and that capital rotation into precious metals happening at the same time precious metals will be going up. I just don't know when that's going to happen, but 2025 really looks like the time, okay? That's really all I have to say for United Health Group. I guess just in the last few days, yeah, it's had that dip. I was almost about to say, and that, and I wouldn't have actually been surprised if it had have had a bit of a rise in price, because maybe people would think, or some people would think, well, that CEO's out now, as tragic as it is, and maybe a new CEO coming in would be running things a bit differently and more likely to approve more insurance claims. Okay, so maybe I can say that as a positive for the price, but the reaction is going to be, pretty easy to see. Someone gets offed and then the price goes down. Okay, that's it. It's going to go down soon, right? You're going to see a crash in the stock market of probably around about 50% over a period of about a year to a year and a half, roughly. When that starts from, I don't know. So yeah, look, in the next 6 to 9 months, as long as the stock market is continuing to go up, you could see higher prices. Maybe, do I do a little bit of, if we see higher prices, where could we go from here on UNH? Yeah, sure. I'll take a Fibonacci from this previous high and this previous low, and you could do some interim. Oh, gee, what do you know? Where have we found a top? Now, isn't that interesting? Now, this happens to coincide with, I think this coincides with the assassination of the guy. I'm assuming I've got the right stock here, and I will just double check my comments here. Do I have the right ones? All insurance companies are criminal. Oh, okay, we've got to think. Yeah, I think so, pretty stable. Let's see, Jason Ashworth. I see, is it the correct one? Yeah, just get Starling, Joe. Yeah, I know. All right, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the right one. Gee, what do you know? Resistance at the 1.618 Fibonacci from this high of this low. So this high in November of 2022 at 555, this low in April of 2024, this year 435, and pretty much bang on resistance right at the 1.618 Fibonacci of 630 US dollars. Okay. From a technical standpoint, we've had a couple of spikes below the previous all-time high right there. That's a very clear level of resistance. We've had a couple of spikes down, but we're so far above it. So yeah, if the stock market continues to rise, so will United Healthcare Group, most likely again. Changes of CEOs happen all the time, and it could even be seen as a potential positive that there would be a new CEO in place. But the next major level, if you're basing it on this high and this low, for a high, I'd be looking at 750 to 950. I know that's a huge range, but they're the next two major Fibonacci levels. So yeah, I would say maybe 750 would be your next major level for UNH. Again, I am bearish in stocks on the longer term. The crash is coming eventually, probably next year. That'll see the capital rotation into precious metals. At the same time, stocks are having their big move down. That's when crypto will probably have its big move down as well. And again, to my crypto people, watch the precious metals, the capital rotation from precious metals from the stock market into precious metals, which will coincide with the crypto and precious metals ratio turning back towards the precious metals side of things. Okay, that is UNH. Final comments, and then we'll get out of here. Let's see. Jason Ashworth. I'm glad I didn't see that comment beforehand, but now I've seen the comment. I see Hero is in custody. Are you talking about Luigi guy? Is that what you're talking about? I am a free speech advocate, and I do advocate for all free speech as long as it's not directly inciting violence to other people. So if I'm reading this incorrectly, I apologize. If I'm reading this correctly and you say, I see Hero is in custody, meaning the guy who assassinated a family man. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Silver Fox says, all insurance companies are criminal enterprises, to be honest. Yeah, we can talk about usury. We can talk about this. We can talk about that. All insurance companies are criminal enterprises. We don't say all here, okay? It's, yeah, there are outliers and all that. Not all. I mean, we need insurance. You need insurance, okay? You have car insurance. I have life insurance. You have house and contents insurance. Yeah, look, some are more predatory than others, and some are going to be more. I mean, it's their job, it's their job to make money, but they are covering people, and so long as the vast majority of people's claims are being gotten. There'll be companies such as maybe United Healthcare, which are doing it more dodgy than others, and that's wrong, absolutely wrong. But does it deserve someone being shot and a child to go fatherless? No, it fucking well doesn't. Let's see. Must run. See y'all, says Mark Florida. Let's see. It shows how vulnerable BTC is and all the tops and retracements. Yeah, it's much more volatile. Yeah, absolutely. Too. Oh, you asked yesterday too for Flare. Yes, well, I flipped the coin. So you can have Flare tomorrow. XE has it. Just get Starlink, Joe. Yes, I really, really need to. That is, I think, about it for today, my funky friends, my funky GMS family. Jason, rumor has it that some stock selling was questionable. Ooh, interesting. Good to know. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end it here. This has been Good Morning Stackers for Tuesday, the 10th of December, 2024. It's so great to have so many people watching. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. I go live out on X and live on YouTube as well. 940-something subscribers on YouTube, 2,800 followers on X. Follow me on X for both you precious metals and crypto people. Why? Because I just post there. I can't do a 24-hour live stream, but I'm posting very regularly on X, multiple times a day to do with various different things, precious metals related, crypto related, politically related, just general stuff as well. Sometimes you'll get to see me shooting at the range as well. So check me out there for more of a personal kind of view of me. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what we have to do? Well, we've got to dance it out because this has been
Good Morning Stackers.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good Morning Stackers.
This podcast